Welcome everyone. I am Dr. Saida Desilets, and I am so excited to be including you on this amazing conversation that I've been having with so many beautiful people about redefining femininity. And today's speaker is someone very, very dear to my heart. One of those rare, beautiful people that, at least for me, in the middle of my darkest moments, in the middle of the night, I could actually call her and have a conversation, and her wisdom and her love has always brought me to choose the higher road. And so that's my beautiful friend, Simone. And I just want to tell you a little bit about her for a moment. So hi, Simone.
Hey, how you doing?
I know, it's so good. So Simone is a coach. She's a sound healer. She's a vocalist on a personal mission to help you heal and connect with yourself so you can express your gifts into the world. And that's really my living experience of you, Simone, since the first time we met. And you're just incredibly fun. And you're just a real
Thank you so
sister.
much. Oh, well, I love you. It's mutual.
Yes. So let's jump in, Simone, because you live in England, but your roots are from, is it Barbados?
Yeah, Barbados and Trinidad. So born in Trinidad, lived in the States for a while, and then globe-trotted back to Barbados, where I had my schooling and education before coming over to the UK, where I've been for the last 2 decades.
Great. So I'm excited to talk to you today because you not only have your own unique perspective on femininity, but you also have lived in very different cultures. And so I think what you're going to share with us will be really interesting. So what does femininity actually mean to you?
I would say that for my own personal journey and the things that I've gone through in life, that it really is coming back home to that essence, that authenticity of what makes us unique as women. I know that there are a lot of common attributes out there that we can be described as, whether it's caring or nurturing or passionate, vulnerable. There are a lot of words that we can throw around, really. But I think the most important thing is whatever those words are for you, that you're living that authentically out into the world. It's a journey. It's not something that I'll put my hand up and say, well, I'm living every moment authentically in this particular way. But I do my best to hone in on those things, the things that for me just allow me to connect with that essence. So that's what I reflect out into the world.
I love that. And what would you say, Simone, was there a particular moment or a phase of your life where you became a lot more aware of what this meaning is for you, like where femininity, your awareness of that? Like, I'm just curious if there was a particular, we all have our initiations, we sometimes through chaos and sometimes through beauty. I'm just curious what that was for you.
Sure. Yeah, I would say I have 2 moments. One definitely is around the motherhood side of things. I'm a mother of 3 beautiful children. And there's something very special about bringing life into the world. Having said that, one of the things that I always have to come back to is recognizing that before I'm a mother, before I'm a wife, before I'm any of these things, that labels that I might give myself, that there's something about me as a woman that's there at the core. So becoming a mother allowed me to reflect on it in a different way, because not that I lost sight of that femininity, but my role and the way I reflected that part of me out into the world certainly was, affected or certainly exposed to something different. And the other, which is a more personal journey, is actually self-pleasure, because it's something that I was very late to the game in. And by doing that, and having the experience of just pleasuring myself brought something incredibly special out in me. And I think that those are both equally, beautiful experiences for me in terms of my feminine nature.
I love that you shared that, because why I love it is that in both cases, you were reorienting your consciousness, your awareness into your body, your physicality, this vessel here. And you have an incredibly feminine body. I mean, you are, you got that lovely Caribbean figure, just the curves that I'm always envious of. So yeah, coming back to the body, I think it also allows us to get out of the concept of what femininity is and have a direct experience. So I love that you shared that. Thank you. And right now I'm noticing, I don't know if it's true in your world, but in the world that I play in, there's a lot of divisive conversation specifically around masculinity and femininity. And one of the reasons I brought you on here is I know that you have some very deep wisdom to offer us around what do we need to, what's one thing we could focus on so that we could actually create more harmony and connection. And just like, this is a dynamic relationship. So how can that be more harmonious and connected with masculinity, with femininity? I'm just curious what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that I think first and foremost that we need to change our mindset about this, because I do feel there is a divide, this us against them kind of mentality as we try to rise and connect with our own nature. And I don't think it needs to be that defensive, because I think in coming together and acknowledging what's special and unique about us and the feminine nature that we have, the power and innate strength that we have within us, and celebrating that, it's going to affect how things are reflected, and it's going to make that divide and you know, as I said, us against them a lot easier to handle, because you know, we tell ourselves these stories all the time about what femininity, you know, what being feminine really is. And we need to really start with ourselves first and change the narrative.
Yes.
Because if we keep telling ourselves the stories that, you know, we're not worthy, or, you know, men are stronger, or the things that, you know, have been thrown at us throughout time. And if we tell ourselves this and we believe it, then that's what we're going to reflect out into the world. And I think to make a change, you know, any change that we want to make in life in general, but certainly on this topic, we need to start with us, the way we think, what we say to ourselves, what we say to other people around us. Because culturally, the way we see the world is through the stories that we're told, through the things that we've brought up being told. And with that, it means that the culture is impacted by it. And so it starts with our unique individual change of mindset, change of narrative and story, so that we can reflect that out into the world, and then ripple that out into, you know, everyone else's lives, starting with those closest to us.
Right.
Embracing the feminine, embracing each other as women and sisters, and appreciating our men alongside us.
Mm. Yeah, it's definitely something I've seen you in action. The second I met you, I felt seen, I felt loved. I didn't notice any boundaries between us, actually, even though there were plenty, you know, of boundaries in terms of culture and background and stuff like that. But there was like instant heart to heart, and just this like love and joy of two powerful women can come together and play. And you know, there's so much, even the narrative within women that somehow like, you know, you have darker skin than me, and so now I'm privileged over you. And we never had that. We just met heart to heart, and in that equality of our being together. Wow, like you have truly been one of my closest, dearest, I would say friends, but also allies, because it's not always easy, as you know, relating to the masculine. Many of my calls to you were like, I'm going crazy. How do I deal with this man? You know, and you always did bring it back to me. You always bring it back to me. And from that place, you would always ask my heart, what is your heart most deeply yearning for? So I want to reflect that back to you, how powerful it is. It was for me in my healing journey, and still is. And how, yes, I love your invitation to all women. Let's actually get on board with this. Let's actually support each other. And so in saying all of that, Simone, you are a voice coach. I mean, you know, you really help people liberate. So obviously speaking is a very vital, not only that, because you're also a healer. So you know that the choice of words and the tone of the words have incredible impact. So knowing that about you, is there anything else you'd love to just finish our time together here today? Just another little insight that might be supportive to the viewers.
I just want to say, embrace all that you are. You are powerful, you are beautiful, you are worthy. And everything that you are, just embrace it and celebrate it, because we're all learning, we're all growing. And when we can break those boundaries down, remove the limitations, and come back to our truest essence, there's just love. And when we, you know, when that's what's expanded out into the world, it's felt, regardless of feminine, masculine, or anything else. It's all just felt. So that's really the message for me, is honing, you know, coming back home to the essence of who we truly are, because ultimately that's what needs to shine through. And I think that's what's going to change the world.
Yeah, I love it. I have like goosebumps. So I'm awesome. I love talking to you. Thank you so much
You
for being
too.
here today, Simone. Like your wisdom.
My pleasure.
Yeah, so beautiful. And for the viewers, I have a little special invitation for you, so stay tuned. You're invited to join this amazing conversation. Soon I'll be doing a training, Redefining Feminine Power, and I want you to be there. So click the link that comes with this video, join. Just for joining, I will be giving you a free downloadable gift, so definitely watch out for that. And if you can't make it at the time that the training is happening, don't worry. Because you've signed up, we'll make sure you get the replay. All right. So all you need to do is just click on the link, join the conversation, and let's redefine feminine power together.